Hey guys, it's me Kevin and today I'm tipping round 10 for the 2019 AFL season. So to start off the week we head to the SCG where Sydney plays Collingwood on a Friday night. I'm going to be tipping Collingwood because Sydney, they've won their last two games but they were to average to low quality sides and they only won by 5 points. Meanwhile, Collingwood's second on the ladder. They keep blowing everyone out of the park. Haven't lost a game since the Eagles back in round 3. So that's why I'll be tipping Collingwood. Too strong for Sydney at the SCG. No, not a lot to say about that game. Alright, Saturday afternoon at Launceston is Hawthorn versus Port Adelaide. I'm tipping Hawthorn. Port Adelaide have too many injuries. They had an arm wrestle for 3 quarters against the Suns before the Suns got tired and Port Adelaide blew them out of the park. But Hawthorn, if they want to play, they can play. And the way they played against the Giants 2 weeks ago, if they bring that same intensity down to Launceston, which they usually play well at, I think they will account for Port Adelaide. I wouldn't say easily because they almost lost to Carlton, but they should get over the line against the Power. Saturday afternoon, Marvel Stadium, Western Bulldogs versus North Melbourne. North Melbourne could even beat a team like Sydney down at Bloodstone Arena. Let's not forget that Sydney's one of the most inexperienced sides in the competition. So if they couldn't win at a place they played very well at, they're not going to be an average, inconsistent, but can show glimpses of good performance Western Bulldogs. They're as I said, that team, the Bulldogs, they're a team that are inconsistent, but they're a team that can play very well when they want to. And I think against North Melbourne, they should easily account for the Kangaroos under the roof where they like to play, and that's why I'm tipping the Bulldogs. Saturday twilight at Adelaide Oval, Adelaide versus West Coast. I'm going to be tipping Adelaide purely because it's at Adelaide Oval. Both West Coast and Adelaide start off the season quite poorly and have gotten their mojo back, but I think at Adelaide Oval, considering they're two very similar sides, I wouldn't say there's a lot of difference between the two sides. So, I'll tip Adelaide for the home ground advantage. Saturday night at Metricon Stadium, Gold Coast versus Geelong. I'm obviously going to be tipping Geelong, top of the ladder, and they've been smashing, almost every team. Even teams like West Coast, Adelaide, teams who you'd think would give them a huge challenge. So, if they're smashing those teams, then they're surely going to smash Gold Coast, who are the most inexperienced side in the competition. Despite the fact it's played at Metricon, Geelong should easily beat Gold Coast. I can't find another argument where Gold Coast could actually win. Because let's face it, the last time Geelong played Gold Coast, the last 2 times, they beat them by 80 and 100 points respectively. And that was when Geelong were playing very poorly. Well, not poorly, but they were very average last year. So, this year on top of the ladder against 16th, I think, tipping Geelong. And Saturday night at the MCG, the Dreamtime game, Richmond versus Essendon. I'll be tipping Richmond. Essendon, I'm not convinced. They barely beat Freo, who have their own problems. So, both Essendon and Fremantle, while they're very similar at the moment, they're teams that should be winning, but they're not. For some stupid reason, whether it's a coaching error, cultural problem, or the team, they're not united. I don't know why, but both teams are very similar. And Richmond, they smashed Fremantle at Optus, where they don't usually play well. So if Richmond was smashing Fremantle at Optus, then Richmond should smash Essendon at the MCG at a ground which Richmond like. And they beat Hawthorn last week at the MCG, so they can make it 3 in a row for the first time this season. Wait, no. They did win 3 in a row between round 4 and 6, never mind. Well, they should win 3 in a row for the second time this season. Sunday, I won't excuse Richmond's injuries here, because Richmond are still playing well despite the fact they have injuries. Alright, now I'll get on to Sunday afternoon at the MCG, Melbourne versus GWS. I'm going in an upset here. I'm tipping Melbourne. They pushed West Coast to the absolute limits last week at Optus Stadium. GWS Well, they smashed Carlton last week, but the last time they played in the MCG, which was just 2 weeks ago against Hawthorn, who, let's not forget, are a very inconsistent side and have had their own injury problems. I don't know why I'm slurring my words today. But I think Melbourne, despite their deep injury list, yeah, it seems like every team has a deep injury list this year. I don't know what it is. I swear, like, Richmond's got it, Hawthorn's got it, not Essendon, maybe a few. Fremantle's got an injury list, West Coast has got an injury list. Who else? Melbourne? Yeah, did I say Melbourne? No. Well, Melbourne's got an injury list, I swear. Like, the whole bloody league have got injury lists. What the frick? I mean, I know there's, obviously you're going to have injuries, but there's some teams that have more. Oh, Port Adelaide? There's Port Adelaide? I don't know what it is. Anyway. Because, I mean, last year was only the Bulldogs. Who was... okay, I'm not even going to go into that. Probably a few other teams. But anyway, like I was saying, I think Melbourne at the MCG, where GWS do not play well at all, will beat GWS in an upset. Also on Sunday afternoon at Marvel, St Kilda versus Carlton. I'm going to be tipping St Kilda because they're better than Carlton. Carlton, 4 wins in 41 games. St Kilda have already won 4 to start the season. Yeah, and they generally have a high succession record against Carlton in recent times. So, I'll be tipping St Kilda. Not a lot to say about that game. And on Sunday twilight at Optus Stadium, Fremantle versus Brisbane. Brisbane like to beat Fremantle. They won at Optus Stadium last time, and that's why I'm going to be tipping Brisbane. Oh yeah, they won at Optus Stadium last time when Brisbane were a bad side, like losing all their games almost. This year, they're 6-3, so vastly improved side against Fremantle, who I thought were going to be on the improvement this year, but they've taken a backward step in the last 3 weeks. No, backward steps, a lot of them. Look, Brisbane like to beat Fremantle. They like Optus Stadium. And that's why I'm going to be tipping Brisbane against a very disappointing Fremantle side. So, to recap my tips, I am tipping Collingwood, Hawthorn, Western Bulldogs, Adelaide, Geelong, Richmond, Melbourne, St Kilda, and Brisbane. Although there is something I've got to say. I think either West Coast or Fremantle, one of the two sides will win. I think the same applies for Adelaide, Port Adelaide, because this season I don't think both of them have lost in the same round, if I'm thinking right. Oh no, yeah, round 3. Okay. Well, excuse round 3. There hasn't been another instance where both teams have lost in the same round. West Coast and Fremantle haven't lost in the same round at all. So I think that streak might continue this week. Might not. Well, in that case, yeah, well, whatever. I don't know. Well, anyway, I hope you liked the video. Please subscribe, like the video, give it a thumbs up, do all that other stuff. Comment what you think down below. Share this video with others. Check out my other videos. Yeah, alright. Anyway, I'll see you later. Bye.